Good day, Emmanuel Presbyterian Church. The elders of the church met this week, the fantastic people that you nominated and elected to serve as your leadership. We meet once a month to discuss all sorts of concerns and issues and the vitality of the church. And we had a really helpful, healthy conversation, an at-length conversation about the Delta variant and if we wanted to revisit any of our policies because of this more contagious strain of COVID. I so appreciate their wisdom and their discernment. For most of you, as you've been reading the news, watching the news, currently our county, the CDC, the American Academy of Pediatrics, they're all highly recommending that we put masks back on indoors, even if we're fully vaccinated, especially indoors when there's a large group of people. Unlike LA County, our neighboring county, which has mandated it, Ventura County is not yet at the place where they've mandated mask wearing indoors, but they've thoroughly and highly recommended as a behavior. As one elder put it, it's kind of funny that we can go to Costco 5 minutes away in Westlake and have to put on a mask, but if we go to the grocery store right on the border of TO and Westlake, you don't have to wear a mask. We share this with you because we discussed whether or not we wanted to update or amend our policies. We know that enforcement of mask wearing is tedious and divisive, and it often leads to relational strains. I think most of us have experienced that in our families, in our church, in a number of places. That being said, your staff, your elders, highly recommend wearing a mask when you come to worship with us on Sundays. And just so you know, the staff and the elders are going to be modeling that behavior, the behavior we hope to see. We know that we can't enforce it. We know that we can't put a mandate on that. However, when the county does put a mandate on, or if the county does, we will abide by the county's guidelines. For the sake of all the children who are unvaccinated or unable to be vaccinated just due to their age and the reality that more and more children are coming back onto campus as our Sunday school program kind of kicks off in the coming weeks, for the immunocompromised, for those in our community, for our neighbors, and just due to the increased risk of this highly transmissible Delta variant, we again are really encouraging you to mask up when you come onto campus in the sanctuary. We're trying to mitigate risk the best we can. Therefore, we will be opening up all the sanctuary doors. The first couple of weeks we came back, we had every single door open. We're going to be doing that again. Again, that's because the county has told us that's the safest way to operate inside this building. So I encourage you to bring clothes for any breezy Sunday mornings you might have. And I know it is a little bit annoying as papers kind of get blown around and our musicians sort of scramble, but it is the safer way to gather. We are also happy to set up chairs outdoors, outside of the sanctuary. If you would like to come to worship and you're uncomfortable sitting inside, we fully understand. We would love to set up chairs for you outside. I want to be really clear. Christ's call on our lives is selflessness. Is wearing a mask annoying? Yeah, you bet it is. Is it religious persecution or an infringement on our rights? No, it's not. It's not even close to that. It's a selfless act. At worst, it's a nuisance. And at best, it does save lives. And if it saves one child's life, it saves one immunocompromised person's life, to me, that's not a big burden to bear at all. Yes, it's annoying, and it's not the worst thing in the world. You know, as Christians, we shouldn't be demanding our preferences. Instead, Christ calls us to walk the extra mile, to give the shirt off our back, to forgive those who would curse us, to actually bless those who would curse us. There's this constant theme throughout the Gospels and throughout Christ's witness to us, Christ's revelation to us, to be selfless and to care for the least of these, the people at highest risk, put our life on the line for them. If you ask me, wearing a mask might be the least demanding thing on our lives as Christians. I'm still trying to figure out how to love my enemies well. That's a lifelong journey. But I've had a lot of practice wearing a mask. And yes, it's annoying to go back and to wear it, but I've had practice. We've done it. Our kids do it in school every single day. This is something that we can do. We've got a lot of practice doing it. So Emmanuel, God bless you as we continue to learn how to be a church together, as we continue to learn how to navigate this difficult time together. God be with you. God always is. Might we be mindful of his presence as we continue to serve in his kingdom. God bless.